Most people think living to 90 is a matter of luck or genetics. But I've found something different, and it starts before most people even finish their coffee. The truth is, what you do before 9 a.m. might be one of the greatest predictors of how long and how well you live. No one ever told me that when I was younger. Back then I rushed, rolled out of bed, skipped breakfast, or worse, stuffed myself with something sugary. I didn't move my body, didn't check in with my breath or thoughts. Just started the day on autopilot chasing time. And when I turned 60, something changed. The rushing caught up to me. My back ached. My mornings felt foggy. I began to feel like my body was slipping out of sync with itself. That's when I decided to slow down, just enough to notice, just enough to listen. And over time, I built a few small habits, nothing fancy, nothing extreme, but they gave me more energy, clearer thoughts, stronger mornings. And maybe, just maybe, they've added years to my life. Today, I want to share those habits with you. Because if you do these 6 things before 9 a.m., you may not just feel better today, you might just live longer tomorrow. Let's start with something simple, something most of us overlook. Habit 1, drink water before anything else. When you wake up, you're already behind on hydration. You've gone 7 or 8 hours, maybe more, without a sip. And if you're over 60, your body doesn't hold water the way it used to. First thing in the morning, I drink a full glass of water, sometimes with a splash of lemon or a pinch of sea salt. That tiny ritual wakes up the digestion, rehydrates the brain, and jumpstarts circulation, and you can feel it. After that first glass, your thoughts clear a little, your muscles relax, your energy rises without needing caffeine. Try it tomorrow, 1 glass of clean water before your coffee, your body will thank you. Habit 2, gentle movement. You don't need to run, you don't need to go to the gym. You just need to move. I like to stretch. Some days I do shoulder rolls while the kettle heats. Other days I walk around the yard or do 5 slow sit-to-stands from my chair. This movement is more than physical. It's your way of saying, I am alive. I still want to use this body. Gentle movement loosens the joints, gets the blood flowing, and reminds your muscles to stay engaged. It also helps with balance, something so many of us lose not from age, but from neglect. If nothing else, stand up, roll your shoulders, stretch your arms overhead. Feel the breath move through your chest. Habit 3, take a moment of stillness. This one might surprise you, but it might also save your peace. Before you look at your phone, before you turn on the TV, just sit, or stand, or stay in bed for an extra breath or 2. Close your eyes and just listen. Maybe it's prayer, maybe it's gratitude. Maybe it's simply a few deep breaths. I started doing this after I caught myself rushing into every day with the weight of yesterday still on my back. One morning I just stopped, sat in my chair, and gave myself permission to be quiet. That moment gave me more strength than any to-do list ever has. Stillness helps lower stress hormones, it calms the heart, it gives your thoughts time to settle, and it tells your nervous system, you are safe. You'd be surprised how far one peaceful minute can go. Habit 4, eat something real. Breakfast doesn't have to be big, but it should be real. As we age, our blood sugar becomes more sensitive. Those sweet cereals, pastries, and instant drinks can spike your sugar and then crash your energy, leaving you more tired than before you ate. Try starting the day with a little protein. Eggs, Greek yogurt, a small handful of nuts. Something that stabilizes your system. One of my favorites, a slice of whole grain toast with peanut butter and a few banana slices. Simple, satisfying, keeps me full and steady until lunchtime. I used to skip breakfast entirely, thinking I was saving time, but I was stealing strength from my future self. Now I eat something small, clean, balanced, and I feel better all day. Habit 5. Step outside, even if it's just to the porch, even if it's cloudy, even if it's cold. Getting natural light on your skin, especially in the morning, resets your internal clock. It tells your body when to wake up and when to sleep. It boosts mood, helps balance hormones, and regulates the rhythm that aging bodies need. I sit on my porch with my tea and just listen to the birds, the breeze, the world waking up. And I feel like I'm part of it, not separate from it. This habit doesn't take much, 5 minutes, but it changes the shape of the day. Habit 6, start with purpose. It doesn't have to be grand. You don't have to save the world. But do one thing that matters to you. Water your plant. Read a page of a book. Write a note to someone you care about. purpose gives structure to your morning. It tells your mind this day has value, and I am here for it. After I retired, I struggled with this. No alarm clock, no schedule. It was easy to drift, but drifting made me feel lost. So I gave myself one small thing to do each morning that had meaning. Some days it's as simple as tidying my reading corner. Other days it's calling my daughter to check in. Whatever it is, it pulls me into the day with intention. That, more than anything, is what I believe keeps people living longer. Not just a beating heart, but a reason to let it beat. If any of these habits speak to you, if they remind you that your mornings matter more than you thought, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to Glowing Age. Not just because we share these messages, but because we believe in living them. This channel is for people who don't want to coast through aging but want to shape it. Day by day, breath by breath, your body is listening. And it's never too late to speak back with care. Tomorrow morning before 9 a.m., try one of these habits, just one. Drink your water, move your shoulders, breathe before breakfast, step into the sunlight. Do something that brings a quiet smile. These aren't tricks, they're anchors. And the more you use them, the more grounded, healthy, and full of life you may feel. This is your time. Let's make it count, starting with how you greet the morning. Let's go a little deeper, because morning habits aren't just about living longer, they're about living better. And the beauty of it is this: you don't have to change everything at once. You just need to be consistent with a few simple, nourishing practices. That's what builds the kind of life that stretches into your 90s with clarity, strength, and peace. But here's the truth most people don't talk about. Even with good habits, we can still fall into quiet traps, little things we do each morning that slowly chip away at our well-being. And if we're not aware of them, they sneak into our days, one tired hour at a time. So let's talk about what to avoid. These aren't meant to scare you. They're here to help you course correct gently and kindly. Mistake 1, reaching for your phone first. The moment you wake up and grab your phone, you hand your peace over to the outside world. You let headlines, messages, and noise shape your state of mind before your body's even had time to stretch. I used to do this. Scroll through the news, open emails. Before I knew it, I was tense, worried, pulled into problems that didn't belong to the morning. Now I leave my phone face down until after I've had water, light, and a few quiet breaths. That's when I check in, once I've checked in with myself first. Even 15 minutes of screen-free time at the start of your day can change how you carry yourself. Mistake 2, skipping food because you're not hungry. Appetite can change with age, but skipping breakfast entirely, especially if you take medications, can lead to blood sugar drops, dizziness, and even mood swings. It doesn't have to be much. A boiled egg, a bit of yogurt, a handful of walnuts, and some berries. You're not fueling for a marathon, you're fueling for steadiness. You want your blood sugar stable, your digestion calm, your energy even. Even a small meal eaten slowly with appreciation can be an anchor. Mistake 3, rushing into tasks without grounding. You wake up, see a list of things to do, and dive in dishes, emails, errands. The problem? Your body hasn't caught up yet. Your nervous system is still in transition. That's when we make mistakes. When we stub toes, forget names, or lose things. Instead, try starting with a breath. One full inhale, one slow exhale. Then ask yourself, what matters most right now? Let the morning be a bridge, not a battlefield. Mistake 4, staying in dim light. Your brain relies on light to wake up fully. Staying in a dark room, curtains closed, can trick your body into thinking it's still nighttime. Open the blinds, step outside. Let your eyes meet the morning. That single shift resets your sleep hormones, your alertness, and even your memory functions. One friend of mine, 78 years old, started standing on her balcony for 5 minutes each morning. After 2 weeks, she told me she didn't need naps in the afternoon anymore. It's not magic, it's light. Mistake 5, letting pain set the mood. Many of us wake up stiff, sore, achy, that's normal. But don't let pain write the story of your day. If your first thoughts are, my back hurts, I can't move, I'm too old, then that becomes the rhythm of your morning. Instead, meet pain with curiosity and compassion. Say to yourself, I notice the stiffness and I'll move gently to ease it. Stretch slowly, breathe deeply, don't brace against the pain, move with it. Often pain shrinks when we stop resisting and start supporting. Mistake 6, forgetting to set an intention. An intention isn't a task, it's a tone. It's how you want to show up, not just what you want to do. You might say, today I will move with patience. I will smile at myself in the mirror. I will call someone I love. These aren't rules, they're reminders, and they change how your day unfolds. Because when you begin with intention, you take back authorship of your life. Now let's return to the idea of consistency. The reason these morning habits matter so much isn't because they're impressive. It's because they tell your body and mind, I still care. Every glass of water, every breath of morning air, every moment of presence, it's a message to yourself that life still matters. That your health, your peace, your rhythm are still worth honoring. I want you to know, truly know, that it's never too late to begin. I've met people in their 80s who transformed their mornings and felt 10 years younger. And I've seen others, sadly, who stopped caring, who let the mornings blend into each other until life itself began to blur. You have a choice, and that choice starts tomorrow morning. So here's a gentle challenge. Pick one new habit from today's video. Just one. Maybe it's drinking water, maybe it's not checking your phone, maybe it's taking a moment of stillness. Try it for a week. Notice how your body responds. And if it helps, if it gives you even a sliver more peace or clarity, build from there. If this video made you think, or if it reminded you of something you've been meaning to start again, please like the video and subscribe to Glowing Age. This isn't just about information, it's about transformation. You're not just learning, you're remembering how to live with kindness, with courage, with care. Tomorrow morning is waiting for you, and with it, the next chapter of your strength. Let's begin again, together. Before we close, I want to offer something soft but strong, a reflection to carry with you into tomorrow's morning light. You see, living a long life isn't just about reaching a number. It's about staying in tune with your life as it unfolds. It's about rising each day not out of habit but with presence, with purpose, with gentleness. I used to think that the real work of life was behind me. That after retirement, after raising kids, after building a life, the rest would just be waiting. But mornings have taught me something different. Each new day is a fresh doorway, and each small habit is the key. Whether it's lifting your arms toward the ceiling, or sipping warm water before you speak a word, or placing your feet flat on the floor and taking a steady breath. These are the ways we say to ourselves, I'm still here. I've had mornings where I felt tired before I even stood up. I've had mornings where I questioned whether any of this was helping. But I've also had mornings where, just for a moment, I felt clear. I felt present. And those moments stack up. They add color to life. They create a rhythm that carries you. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. If you've watched this far, I want you to know I see your effort, even if no one else sees it. Even if it's just one stretch, one healthy bite, one deep breath. That's the work, that's the care, and that's what adds life to your years. You don't need a loud alarm or a strict routine to live a long, meaningful life. You need awareness. A few choices you make again and again. A sense of stewardship over your own body, that's what mornings are. A chance to return, to adjust, to begin again. One cup of water, one slow breath, one kind thought, that's enough. And over time, that's powerful. Before I go, I want to leave you with a morning blessing, something I sometimes whisper to myself as the sun rises. May I move gently today. May I meet myself with kindness. May I carry the wisdom of my years with quiet strength. If you feel moved to, write your own, make it yours, put it near your bed, say it before your feet touch the floor. And if today's message helped you feel something small but true, I'd be honored if you liked the video and subscribed to Glowing Age. We're not just building habits here, we're building a life. And you, dear friend, are worthy of one that is calm, nourishing, and long. So tomorrow morning, rise slowly. Drink your water, breathe your breath, step into your day like it matters, because it does. You do. And may every sunrise from this one forward remind you that your life is still unfolding beautifully. I want to leave you with one last thought, something that's lived in me a long time. When you reach a certain age, people stop asking how you spend your mornings. They assume they're all the same. That you wake up slowly, maybe grumble about a stiff joint or two, sip some tea, and drift through the hours. But we know better, don't we? We know that mornings, even now, carry weight. They carry stories, they carry choice. Every time I open the curtains, I remember I still have a role to play in my own life. Every time I stretch my arms overhead, I remind myself this body still moves with purpose. Every sip of water, every breath of clean air, every step toward the day, they are quiet declarations of presence. There's something deeply powerful in that. I once read a study that said people who live past 90 often share three things: a sense of purpose, a stable morning rhythm, and a deep connection to the present moment. Not perfect diets, not strict regimens, but presence. That stayed with me, because it tells us something very hopeful. The small things really do matter. And even in a world that praises hustle and noise, there is strength in stillness. There is power in making your tea slowly, in looking out the window before turning on a screen, in touching the floor with your feet and whispering, "Thank you." So let this be your gentle reminder: you are not done yet. You are not background in someone else's story. You are still the writer of your own chapters, and your mornings hold the pen. The habits you keep before 9 a.m. might not look like much from the outside, but inside they are shaping you. They are healing you. They are building the scaffolding of a life that lasts, and that is something worth honoring. If this journey through morning habits has reminded you of your power, please share this with someone you love. Maybe a friend, a child, a neighbor, someone who needs to remember that it's never too late to live a better day. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Glowing Age, because this space is for you, for all of us walking into our golden years with grace, curiosity, and strength. Here, aging isn't about what's been lost. It's about what's still growing. And each morning, if we choose it, is a chance to grow just a little more. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next sunrise. There's a quiet wisdom that settles in when you've lived long enough to see the seasons come and go, not just in the world around you, but within yourself. I've found that how I begin each day has become more meaningful with time, not less. Years ago, mornings were simply something I had to get through so I could start the real day. I rushed through breakfast, skipped breath, skipped silence, skipped care. And I did it because I thought the value of life lived out there in what I could accomplish. But now I see it differently. The moment I sit with my tea, the moment I stretch, the moment I breathe, those are the accomplishments, because those moments are the ones that carry me through the rest. They don't just set the tone of the day. They set the tone of a life. If there's one truth I could hand down, it's this: what you do in the quiet hours before the noise of the day begins is what anchors you. And it's what gently moves you toward a longer, steadier life. Let me tell you about a woman I met in my late 60s. Her name was Celia. She was 91 when I met her, sharp as a tack. She moved slowly but gracefully, like every step had her full attention. I asked her one day what her secret was. She said, "I start every morning the same. I light a candle, I say thank you, I drink warm water. Then I stretch my arms like I'm waking up for the very first time." I smiled, not because it was some revolutionary insight, but because it was so simple, and she lived by it. And she's still around today, still waking up like that. You see, people think longevity is about huge breakthroughs or miracle supplements. But the real miracle is in the repetition of care, of waking up and doing something small for yourself, every day, especially when no one else sees it. And if that's something you've been doing lately, even just one habit, I hope you take a moment to appreciate yourself for it. It's easy to ignore the small wins. Easy to say, "I just drank a glass of water," or "I just sat quietly for 2 minutes." But those tiny wins, they compound. They add up in your joints, in your breath, in your heartbeat, in your clarity. And most importantly, they add up in your sense of self. That sense that says, "I am still here, I still matter. I am still choosing how I show up." That's what builds resilience. That's what shapes longevity. That's what Glowing Age is here to support. So before I end, I'd like to invite you to try something with me. Tomorrow morning before 9 a.m., do one of these things. Drink a glass of water slowly like it's sacred. Open a window or step outside, breathe in the morning air. Say something kind to yourself. Stretch your arms overhead like you're claiming the sky. Write one sentence about how you want to feel today. You don't have to do them all, just choose one. And do it like it matters, because it does. If you've been following along with this series, I hope it's reminded you of something simple and powerful. You are still becoming. Your mornings aren't just leftovers. They are invitations to care, to breathe, to live. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Please like this video and subscribe to Glowing Age if you found any light in these words. And tomorrow, may your morning greet you gently, and may your day follow your breath into something beautiful. Let me offer you one last piece of morning wisdom, not just as advice, but as something I've learned the long way, through years and through stillness. Longevity doesn't come in one big wave. It comes in little ripples. And those ripples often begin right after you open your eyes. It begins in the decision to breathe deeply before you stand. It begins in the decision to hydrate before you caffeinate. It begins in the decision to care for yourself first, not out of selfishness, but out of respect. Some people will tell you that aging is a process of decline, but those of us who have paid close attention know the truth. Aging can also be a return to rhythm, to purpose, to peace. The habits you've been exploring in these past mornings aren't just tasks. They're reminders of your rhythm. They help you return to your natural pace, your inner wisdom, your original strength. Even if your body is slower, even if your joints are stiffer, even if your calendar is emptier, you are still here. And your life still wants to be lived, not rushed through, but savored. Think about this. How would your life feel different if you treated your mornings like a blessing? What if the first hour of your day was the most sacred? What if that quiet moment, before phones, before news, before noise, was the moment that healed you the most? I've come to believe it is. There's something remarkable about choosing care when no one is watching, about drinking that water with reverence, about saying your intention out loud even if no one hears it, because you hear it, and you matter. Your habits tell your body you are safe, you are supported, you are still the steward of this day. That's not just routine, that's medicine. And the older I get, the more I trust that this kind of gentle, daily medicine is the most powerful of all. So if you've ever doubted yourself, if you've ever looked at the mirror in the morning and seen only age or lines or stiffness, I want you to look again. Look closer. See the strength that brought you to today. See the softness that still knows how to offer love. See the wisdom that comes from slowing down and choosing life on your terms. That's what glowing age is about. Not just surviving age, but glowing through it. With joy, with truth, with grace. And it begins every single day before 9 a.m. Thank you for allowing me to walk this part of the journey with you. If you found comfort in this message, if these mornings have helped you reclaim something that was always yours, please like this video and subscribe to Glowing Age. Not just for yourself, but for the others we reach together, those who are still searching for a gentler way to live their later years. You are not alone, you are not invisible, and your morning, no matter how quiet, holds the power to change your whole day. So tomorrow, wake up like it matters, because it does, and so do you.